let's start like this. Going live, nice, nice, nice. I see. How come it's slanted like that? Is it you? Is it more likely you? No. Aucun problème. I like this music. I'm not so sure yet. Let's edit this a little bit. Make this look decent. So kind of. Still not perfect. Make that small. Put it over here. Hello, Sonny. Welcome to a tiny stream. I promise better streams next week. Or longer. Just want to say hello and update you on a few things I've been doing. How are you and how's your drawing going? Or whatever you're doing. What should we do? Maybe we can even do this, I think. Make that a little bit bigger. Training your army. Okay. In what context? In a role-playing game? In a...
Yo, what's going on?
Song. In a pony game. Okay, I don't know what you mean by pony. Do you mean actual horses? In the army you have 125 members. Are these 125 members represented by real people in some way? Is it a game of 125 participating people? That's pretty impressive. Again, does pony stand for actual ponies? Is it a game about horses? Are they anthropomorphic or are they regular horses? You participate in so many games, I don't know. which kind this is. They're all real people. That's 125. How does it work? Okay, yeah. I know about this franchise. Okay, so you're playing a game, presumably some sort of role-playing game? Or is it a strategy game, since it's an army? I'm very curious how this might work. How do you organize a game with that many participants? And what's the... How does it work? What's the objective, etc.? So many questions. It's fascinating. Has this program frozen? No, it hasn't. It's moving very, very slow. Talking about this one. So, I don't know if you know, the server has over 125 people. It's just a game where you talk, but some people like me form armies. Okay. Organized via Discord, yes. Yes, I understand. I meant more organized in the way of, if it's a game, there must be a, an objective, and how do you make sure all 125 people get to participate in a meaningful way, or maybe not all people participate to the same extent. It's like real army with ranks and yes. I sort of figured as much. What's the purpose of the army? Well, an army is a fighting unit, so that must be its purpose at some point. Otherwise it will not be an army. But then in what way do you fight? So this is what's interesting. At least when from the context. Protecting the citizens of Ponytown, yes. Against what? How? Or maybe the game doesn't have to do with fighting at all. It's you mean that the army is a kind of setting? I suppose that could be it as well. Just a sort of framework for the social interaction. RSA is a rogue sniper air force. The game has nothing to do with talk. You just said it's a game where people just talk. I'm confused now. I need clarification. Yeah, look, you don't have to explain if it's complicated. Okay, I understand it this way. The game has nothing to do with fighting. So the army is just a framework then for the interaction. To create a kind of hierarchy, I suppose, within the world. You should play Ponytown. I am at the moment thinking of since Ghost of a Tale ended, although I might replay part of it. First of all, actually I haven't checked yet, but I suppose it's going to continue. I hope it's going to continue in a sequel. Yeah, you do that. That would be interesting. I'm looking for a game to replace it. Should we? Oh right, I was going to play one of my own games. Did I update? I'm sure I did. Let's see. Let's start again here. I think this works. We'll have to edit transform. Let me just fix this thing and then I'll look at it. I will be playing a game here. My game. Which I've actually updated lately. Okay. It's a school game, sort of. Let's see. Draw picture. Okay. That's very cute. So is it no, when I say school game, I mean the game that the thing that you're playing, training and having exams, that's a school. If their purpose is to, or if the goal of their current placed session is to pass an exam, then at that portion of the game, even if it's something you created yourself, then that's a school game. At least it fits. I understand it doesn't look like a human school, but you are enacting a school game or a kind of school setting. I'm not going to play it. I don't have time. So that's why I'm asking you to explain it. I'm curious, but there's no time. I don't like multiplayer games in general. I like single player experiences. The only time I play multiplayer is, well, the odd battle royale game, but which is mostly a single player experience against other players. You know, no massive cooperation, but otherwise maybe 2-player cooperation in a game. But I've done that. I haven't done that in like decades. I hope to create a game like that someday. 2,000 members, yeah. What would you compare it to among more famous games? Does it have quests? Does it have ultimate goals, or is it more of a social interaction platform where you can play games? I've never played anything like Second Life or something of the like. I guess there are many such apps. Where I guess people sort of make up their own content. Is it more of a make up your own content place? Yeah, okay. I understand. YRH. I don't know what that means. So, I have like barely an hour to stream, and I don't quite know what to do. That's why I'm playing this game, which is my favorite game. Not my favorite game, but my game. And I haven't played it in a while, but I made some updates to it. I didn't mean to, but I discovered a bug, and my friend came by over Christmas, just for a couple of days, but I wanted him to try it, and I thought of an improvement and put it in there. What do I want to be? I like being a scientist in general. Can you hurt each other in the game, or is it just for show? Oh, right, we need to do that. And so difficult to choose a good skill here. I'll do that, I guess. It sounds super cute. I'll give you that. Okay, now we can basically see the whole screen. I know this isn't optimal way of displaying it, but should I move it over to this computer? It's just that it's convenient to have it on that screen, this one, and I mean, yeah, I suppose you can see well enough, kind of. My main purpose today is to give you an update on well, the other program. not this. This is just a way of explaining a method. But I thought if we can get Gabsy here, I know he's interested. Anyway, oh. Okay, go ahead. Let me check out what they say about Ghost of a Tale, actually, because it certainly felt as a game that needs a sequel. They have a homepage, ghostofatale.com. Sounds promising. Give me some tea, please. news. It's on Xbox and PS4. Don't care. Oh dear. Well, let's look for Ghost of a Tale 2 instead. Or maybe just the Wikipedia. That would be... Sometimes that's more... It's weird sometimes how Wikipedia can be more informative than their own website. Development. Oh, that was not. Seemingly not more informative, so let's just write 2 there. Do they plan to make a Ghost of a Tale 2? Someone claiming there's a good end, meaning there's also a bad end, I guess. No news of a sequel. Well, there seems to be no news on a sequel for Ghost of a Tale, so I'm sure we'll play it a little bit again. I'd like to... Would you like to play it right now? We could play it a bit right now and just run around in it. It's a very dear game. I'll try to finish a quest or 2 that I didn't get to finish in this playthrough. Then we need to... No. So confused. Let's save this character. Let's quit that. I was looking for news on Ghost of a Tale. The little, which is the game with the mouse we've been playing lately on stream. I finished it on a recent stream. Sorry, I'm just rearranging a little bit. Ah, come on. The game ended in on a kind of cliffhanger. I'm going to play the game just now, so as soon as it loads, I'm talking about this game. How are your cadets doing? Do you think they'll pass the test? Wow. Here we are. Load a game, I guess. When did you play last? 1st of January. Well, I'll need another week. Very strict drills. Okay, that's good. Okay, so is the K9 squad actually consisting of K9s? I wonder. Okay, so can you play you can play other things than ponies, I guess. What different animals can you play as, or what different things? Maybe there are variations. Okay, so where are we vis-a-vis quests and such? And I believe I have the entire pirate's costume. Aha, yeah. I'm so cute. Anyway. Hello, Gabsy! Welcome to the stream. I have news for you. So we're playing Ghost of a Tale again. I started from a point, basically the same point I started last stream. Oh, I wasn't supposed to go to the catacombs. I just checked. There doesn't seem to be a sequel in the making at the moment, sadly. Although it has been released on Xbox and PlayStation. As I said, this was a quick Kickstarter project, so let's hope that it gets better, or that it gets enough backing that a sequel is possible, because this game ended. This game ended on a cliffhanger. But I thought I'd show you around a little bit more, because there are so many adorable places in this game. It's such an adorable game. And I also like to complete a quest that I completed on a previous not quite playthrough, but haven't been able to complete here. And so that quest allows you to gain a skill level, or improve a skill. And I'd like to do that, especially if there will be a sequel, because that's a very useful skill. You can choose between different skills, actually, to level up. These guys let you level up if you do certain tasks for them. And we're looking for... where are they? Right. Checkpoint passes. I have 2 out of 3. This was not a difficult quest to finish last time, but this time I'm having trouble. Okay, good luck with your recruits. Wasn't there something else called the Squeakquel, like to a chipmunk film or something? That sneezing mouse is one of the cutest things I've ever seen. Anywho, So, Gabsy, you can where are my things positioned now? Just have to check. Yes, there you can see a spinning thing, right? Slowly spinning polygon. It's not working. Not working very well. Ha! It's not working very well. It's still skewed. I actually haven't seen those films. I have only seen people talk about them on YouTube, but I remember the name. But good pun, eh? So, the reason I haven't been streaming the last 2 days is because I've been working on that. Every night I've been programming, coding, some idea for improving it, and discovered that it failed. And then while going to work, I have always come up with a new idea for making it better, or making it work. Of course, every time before trying it, I thought that my model would work. I do believe I've hit on a surefire way of making it work. The problem being that although this shape is, it sort of keeps its shape, it does skew as it goes around, as you've seen before. Um, this is supposed to be a square, but right now it's a trapeze shape. It's wider here than there, and such. And this is just one. Previously, I had 3 individual lines inside it as well, which would skew and do weird things. The way this has been working in every iteration so far is that, I don't know if you can see the little white dot right there. That's the barycenter, the point around which all of this spins. So every single point in the polygon has its position relative to this one. And not until yesterday, which is perhaps silly, not until yesterday did I start thinking that maybe I shouldn't use an external point as a reference. Of course, you need to, if you want to twist a shape around something, around an axis, you need an external reference point. But it should only reference one part. It should turn the entire thing. It should indicate what angle the polygon should be at, but the individual points of the polygon should be relative to each other. Seems obvious, but I hadn't actually thought much of that. I have now. So I thought of a scheme to wherein basically you decide what angle the polygon should be at, and then you draw it. And to determine the individual distance between each point, you use circles. Should I put it here? Imagine these two are, you're trying to look for the position of this point relative to these two. You always need 2 points to locate a third. But the position of 2 points is always very easy. It's just a line. It can twist. It's very easy to twist a line, comparatively speaking. There are various ways you could use. You could use the barycenter as one point, and then another sort of a reference point. I've started experimenting with putting a reference point in every polygon, which is not really there to define any line, but just be used as a reference. Maybe there should be 2. Right? Going away and doing something else, and especially getting exercise, I find is very useful for coming up with ideas. Anyway, so you basically, just as I've been doing before, you identify you check every consecutively larger circles and check which one does this point sit on relative to this point, and then do the same for that. Of course, you'll find 2 places where they intersect, always. But once you have that, now the thing is, if you twist this, you can't reference the matrix position in the circle matrix. You can't reference the position because it will be different if these 2 points change position relative to each other, like being like that, one here and one there, then these 2 points will not be the same on the matrix. But there will only be 2 possibilities. So I just need to come up with a classification scheme to decide which of the 2 intersections is relevant. I will go through this in more detail. I have a very detailed plan for this upcoming. I have like 9 days, no more, 10 days, I think, for working, and I'm going to make a number of vlogs relevant to, like I did in Japan, but a bit more involved, relative to each of my projects: painting, fashion, programming, etc. And the one I'll be working most on, I try to make updates for all of them, but recently it's mostly programming. So, well, let me get back to the game so you can have something to look at while I'm chatting. So I'll be doing updates on where I am in my development of graphics routines and games and such. I'll be issuing what's the word? Publishing a roadmap for my plan. I've had a plan forever, but of what, or a loose plan, but with a very definite ends, or stopping points. I'd like to announce that, and so people can follow along and see the steps I'm taking towards my game making goals and other goals. I'll try to do the same for all of my projects. Now, further points. What was my further point? Did I have another point? Right, I of course started programming this solution today, but I thought I don't have time to finish it today anyway. It's going to take quite a while to structure that code. It might not be a terrible lot of code, but it's going to need concentration and time to structure. I'm betting it's going to take 4 or 5 hours to get it working, knowing me. So I thought I'd just get on here and update. Do you have any news to share about your various projects? Let's see here. I want to talk to him, yeah. Au revoir, no problem. As I said, I'll be doing lots of streaming and making update videos next week. And I'm leaving in like half an hour anyway. Sleep well. Thanks for dropping by. I need to find a few things. Here. I know this is kind of like cheating, but I can't for the life of me remember where it's in books, is it? Yep. Where I found those things. It's not in the sewers. Oh, can we? Oh. Jail. Oh. Catacombs. Doesn't look like it. Harbor. Nope. Courtyard. Oh, here we go. Huh? Is that supposed to be a checkpoint pass? There? Oh, those are supposed to be beetles. I'm confused by this, as I often am, seemingly. Well, that's not very helpful at all. It mentions a checkpoint pass here. But either he means here or he means above. Is there a passageway up there? Oh, okay, possibly. Ah, it's probably in here, right? Yep. See, I found these things last time because I was exploring more as I rushed through the game, or first half of the game at least. This time around, I sort of missed the really detailed exploration. So here we go. Hello, I have your... Yeah. I have something for you. Gusto. Fine, here's the list ready. Spyglass from the single guard. 3 sackcloth hoods. Oh, right. That's why you're collecting those. Thief's whistle from the Thundercrab's pen. Oh. 3 crimson mushrooms. Beetle eggs. What? Never mind why. 12 fate cards. Oh! Hurry. What the? Okay. Chapel down on the shore. I kind of know where that is, I suppose. Why couldn't they have given me those quests before? Anyway, I had most of those things, so... Beetle hunt. Long eye? Yeah. I know where that is. 2 clusters of beetle eggs. No, I don't have one. Fate cards. So we have a few things to do. We might as well do those. What's that? Oh, it's dark. Spyglass. We can do that one nearly immediately, I suppose. Quickest way there is from up here, I believe. Or over here. Oh dear, it's so dark. Let's go steal from an imprisoned man. Oh no, we can't even get in there now, can we, anymore? Well, silly me. Maybe we can get a cluster of beetle eggs. Gah. The darkness is too dark in this game. It's very difficult to see at night. I think I even increased it. Oh, it is open. Right, nice, good. I will nick the spyglass. Hello, spyglass. So dark! Yes, I know I can pull out a lantern, but let's sleep until dawn so we have some light. Lovely. Oh. So this guy keeps beetles, so... Yeah, watch. Clusters of beetle eggs. But it seems unlikely I'll find them. It's the sort of thing you find when you explore an area for the first time. Some money in the trough. Such a pretty game. And we are going to the harbor, right? Hello. I did have 3 sackcloth hoods, I believe. So I don't think I'll be able to complete the beetle egg part of the quest, but the rest should be doable. Just pick up some rot gut, maybe that's something we'll need as well. Just good. On the right path. Yes, sorry, I'm just trying to walk. Harbor's down this way. Bling, bling. There you go. They say a thief's whistle. I found gold in here, I remember that. Aha. This one huge creature. Not really seen anywhere else in the game. Well then. Let's go to the shore and the old chapel. I'm not entirely sure what they mean or where they mean. Oh, there's another quest that I need to finish. Which will be interesting. I hope I can get more stamina. Just the ability to move faster. Maybe so some skill I can use to wear other clothing and still not be recognized so often by the guards. That's really annoying because I have to walk around in this not to be noticed by the guards. But this is, you always move significantly slower in this armor. At the beginning, when you first got this armor, you moved much slower than this. But there were 2 quests that gave you where the commander of the castle gave orders to the blacksmith to improve one's armor. It was very useful. There's so much I need to explore around here. Hop, hop. I think I can dress otherwise now. That's a cool set of clothes. And faster. Should we save? Just the once. Yes, who knows? Okay. The old chapel down the shore. I think I know what they mean. It's not like I'm 100% sure. Apart from this, there are... and the main quest, obviously, but we solved the main quest once, so I know how to do that. It's not terribly difficult. We're very close to solving it at this point in the game. There is the matter of a number of urns. That we're looking for. Old burial urns. Which we're doing for a ghost friend of ours. She wants us to find her urns and that of her lover. Those of her lover. We have most of them, but I think we're missing 3 all in all. Okay, this is not the chapel. But I have all this stuff. So we can dress as a ranger. That's also very cute. This helps a bit against the guards in the sense that rangers are allies to the guards, so they won't attack you, but they'll stop you a whole lot, which is super annoying. You'll have to... It's just very, very short dialogues with the guards, like they're screaming, "Halt! Well, what's your business here?" I'm obviously here on my business as a ranger. It's none of your business, so stop bothering me. But you have to do that all the time. I don't know if it abates at any rate. I found it less annoying to walk around in my armor, even though this is significantly faster. I think this is my sort of walking speed as a ranger, during which I actually regain stamina. I think it's as fast or even a tad faster than running in armor. I'm doing a bit of searching for those urns at the moment. They were tucked away a little bit. Just about everywhere. Actually, can I? Hello? Is that a place I can go? Is that out of bounds or not? That is out of bounds. No, or is it? No, I can probably actually go there. But maybe I should go there another way. I don't want to fall to my death unnecessarily. Must be a waste of time, that. It looks extremely realistic, this. Or, as you should say, I'd say... I usually say convincing, but I'd say realistic. I've been in so many forests that look like this. You know, it's the general feel, I guess. I can truly say that I've been in forests that looks very much like this. Makes me almost wonder if these people are Scandinavian who made this. Oh, is this also not the old chapel on the shore? A note. Oh. Ah, come on. They didn't wait for me? Then where are you, you treacherous mice? Does that mean I can only meet them at the end? That's annoying. Do I have to load an earlier game to get my rewards? I don't think this is actually a long game when you know what you need to do. You can do most of it very quickly. I don't think I'd mind playing it through again, just trying to do everything sort of perfectly. It's mostly for the most part, a very pleasant experience to play. On the off chance that they're hanging out anywhere else, but since they appear at the end of the game, I suspect it's not possible to meet them anymore. At all. I mean, when you look at scenes like this, with him in his little garb there, and how adventurous is this? It's just amazing. And the way your surroundings quickly fade, allowing things in the that are close to stand out, like him against that galleon. It is so fantastically, aesthetically beautiful. I hope I can find a game that's comparable. I don't know what I should look for. Seems like I should maybe replay. Oh, sorry. I had like 10 minutes before I need to go. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll just run around a bit. Look for those urns. If I can't use them, or if I can't finish the quest now, at least I can. I can know where they are. By the way, I don't think you can get out to the ship, or explore it in any way. I haven't tried. It doesn't look like it's possible to explore to me. Can I even? I mean, no. There's actually a invisible wall here. I can't walk further into the water here. Which doesn't mean I can't do it over there, but no, that's not the gold nugget. Okay. Don't remember if I found more stuff on the shore. I think I found some shells and some gold nuggets, and that's it. As I explored it the first time around. It's the kind of place you think you might find an urn, at least in this game. On the other hand, since the urns originate here, why would they be on the shore? Yes, it's perhaps not a terribly good theory of mine. This is the sort of place where there could really be things. Oh, come on! So I have a problem with a screen that sometimes shuts off, or because it's not well suited to my computer. It usually doesn't bother me much, but sometimes, of course, especially when I'm streaming, I understand it might look weird that I just stop doing things for several seconds at a time. Stop dead in my tracks. But if you're wondering why I do that, that's the reason. And why I sometimes make little annoyed exclamations, as I did just now. That is by far the most common reason. I like his mobility. It's not. He's not entirely. No, it's not impossible to go everywhere, but you see, you can really pick your own route to a great extent. It's possible to climb very easily, relatively easily. So if you feel that he should be able to clamber up a place, he usually can. If it's within his reach. I like that. It's think the camera works well. I think the movement works well. He's nimble, and yeah, I wouldn't say it's perfect, although I can't remember a game with this much movement in it. You know, this athletic, if you want. I can't remember playing any game that was better implemented in such a complex world as this, with this many irregular shapes and stuff, like all these rocks. Must be a tricky thing to program to make this work well. Yes, there are many games with more smooth movement, but they don't have the same challenge. That's basically what I'm saying. I'm not saying that there aren't games that do it better than this, but I usually play first-person games, at least for the last several decades. That sounds a lot. For the last decade, I think by far the most games I played have been first-person. I'm so sorry. Should I play? I can play like the old Monkey Island games, and I never played Monkey Island 4. And I never finished number 1. I finished 2 and 3. And I think 3 is my favorite of them all. Those are such wonderfully atmospheric and funny games. Or maybe I should try to play some of the LucasArts adventures that I haven't played. I don't remember if it was I or my friend who played Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, but I remember either I or us playing that to finish. I don't remember exactly how it ended, but I remember us finishing it. Some of those games could be... I've heard so many good things about Maniac Mansion and Day of the Tentacle as well. So very many good things. Maybe it's about time that I played those. See if I understand them. I mean, I guess they're referencing... There's a lot of pop culture references, and they're made in the United States. But it is from an era, from around when I was, in my tweens and early teens, I guess, most of those games. The earlier ones from when I was even younger. And I didn't grow up in the United States, but we had a lot of American pop culture or pop media in Sweden. While I was growing up, I watched a lot of MTV and American sitcoms. That's for sure. So I think I would get most of references and such. Question is if my viewers would. Not so sure. But not all the jokes are such, or that limited in time. I think some of them are more. General. I haven't explored this place. Oh, that looks dangerous, yeah? I haven't been there on that sort of bridge. This place is beautiful. It makes you wish you could explore even more, right? Let's see what this guard says. You see, he's... Right, Ranger! Business have you here? Commander summoned me. I'm here to track down the escaped prisoner. Get out of here. Go on. Yeah. Stop bothering me. See? Yes. I'm getting out of here. Can you move? Thank you. See how enormously annoying. This is... It's the sort of thing that makes you feel this game isn't quite polished. Or playtested, not playtested extensively at least. Because there are things like that, and there are some truly inane sort of fetch quests, or just there's one very exemplary bit where you basically have to be in armor. I guess you could do it in this ranger costume too, but armor would be better. Or is better. And you're in the kitchen, and to proceed in the game, you have to take orders from people in the dining hall, four different people, and then you have to go and get them in the kitchen and deliver them to the correct tables. And it's just busy work. It's not difficult, because even if you get it wrong, as I did in my hurry, bring the wrong dish to the wrong person, they say, this is not what I ordered this, and then you go back, get the thing they ordered, and put it on the table. Unless you can't read, and I guess you wouldn't be playing this if you couldn't. Some very young child could be playing this and have their parents translate, I guess, or read for them, I mean. Unless you can't read, basically, that's not really a challenge. It's just a time waster. And it's not like, I guess it builds atmosphere just the tiniest little bit, but it's certainly not enough. It just takes time. Not a whole lot of time. But there are... that's a fetch quest boiled down to its most inane and pointless aspects. There's no challenge whatsoever, except for remembering the orders correctly, the 4 orders, and doing it as quickly as possible. But even then, since you basically have to wear the armor, which makes you the slowest, it's not fun to try to do it. It's just a slow thing you have to do. That, and things like this. That when you have a costume that allows you to run around fast, but the ranges halt you all the time. I guess they were going for, we need to have, there must be some drawback to wearing the ranger costume. Well, it doesn't afford you armor, so there's already it doesn't give you the same level of protection as the armor, so there's already that. But then you can avoid them if you hide. They won't shout at you, I guess, because I don't know if you saw the little meter filling up above the guard's head. It's a sort of diamond-shaped meter. And when it's full, they accost you. So I guess the point is, you can sneak around like in your other light clothing, and but you can stay in view of the guards much longer with this. I get that, but it's such an annoying bit. It's such an annoying function, and you don't want your game to be annoying. You want to weed out annoying bits. I feel if they play tested more. Let's see all of these little meters. Yeah. Of course. We'll see. All right, move on. See, and then I guess, yeah. Let's talk to the commander. Ranger, what are you doing here? Move along, or I'll have you arrested. I was wondering if he'd recognize us, because we've worked for him on several cases or missions and cases, but only ever in our rat armor. Yeah. Move on now. Yeah. I shall. I'm so terribly sorry. Ugh. Yeah, not fun. So. I want to get down there. How do I do that? I guess I've been there before, but... I haven't noticed that giant fish skeleton before. That's cool. Ha! No, that feels like the wrong way. get down there. Oh, okay, now I know where that is. Yes, I have been there before. Many times. Okay, never mind then. I guess. Let's climb down into this barrel and save my game, as you do. Okay. Quit. I'm going now. I'm going to work. No one's watching. I have nothing to to contribute, to say, to do. To anyone who might be watching or watching after the fact, thank you for doing so. I wish you a good time of day and goodbye.